Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. In this video, I'm going to show you how you absolutely need to have the branching out dies in your stash. You're probably saying to yourself, I don't need any more dies, but these layering dies are impressive and they allow you to make really pretty, beautiful cards. So stay tuned. And I'm going to show you a couple of different variations of this card layout and the branching out dies. I'm also using the Label Me Grateful dies, which I've used so often I can't even tell you. Some of the dies from it are right here actually. So branching out dies, these beautiful layering dies are available from Stampin Up. They're available in my online store. So we're going to be making 3 cards today. We're also using the Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. These are Christmas holiday greetings, and they're all gold and white. But you could also look and use some birthday treats mix and match, washes and floral tags, as well as one of the greetings I used, I believe, is from Greetings for All Mix and Match. So those are available in the online store. So the paper that we're focusing on, this one was Gathering Together. I just did this one up because I wanted to see how it looked with this paper. And when you look at this card, you think, wow, that's using up a lot of DSP. Hopefully the sound, I forgot to again. That is using up a lot of DSP, but actually it's not. It's just using, well, 4 by 5 1/4 piece of DSP, and you can create all of these layers. And then for this one, I have used the new foil as well. So we're going to use make 2 of the cards featuring this paper. This is Traditions of Christmas. So let me just show you quickly. It has Secret Sea, Real Red, Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive. Is that the same one? Yep, sorry about that. And then another one, there are die cuts to coordinate, dies to coordinate that you can cut. So we're using this one. It's a fairly big pattern. Sometimes it's hard to use really papers with really large patterns on them, so we're going to use that one. Nice backs as well. So post-Christmas, when you're finished making your Christmas cards, the backs are really great for masculine cards. I love this one. I wish there was a whole pack of this paper. Then nice green on the back, which unfortunately I don't think will get used because I'll be using the other side. It does have gold foiling in it, so it is a specialty paper. And there you can see the Cherry Cobbler and the Real Red combination. I'm also using a bit of glimmer paper on the last card, but just let me get these out of the way and I'll show you how we put this card together. So I'm not going to die cut on live, but I'm going to show you how I die cut. So for this card, this one has 1 extra layer because, honestly, because I laid them out wrong. So what you need is the largest die, and so 1 and 3 and 2 and 4 to get your layers. I don't know what happened to the dies here, but, and then you never want to waste foil because this is going to be covered up. I cut out some branches in the interior because this is going to be covered by this piece. After you make one, you kind of get the idea. Well, I shouldn't say that because I did these 3, and then when I did this one, I ended up with the foil on the top, and I thought, wait a minute, what's wrong with this? So I just went back and took the next die, and then just went back down to this piece and cut out the middle. So I think that's pretty. So there you go, that's how you cut it out. So I've got my DSP, I've got my foil, or you could just use colored cardstock, or you could use a coordinating one, not the back of that one, but the other one that I showed you, you could use as well with the little dots. I don't want to lose those. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this together and let me show you how quick and simple it is. So This one, because it has cherry cobbler and real red, I decided to do cherry cobbler base. No, that's real red, and then cherry cobbler. Hi Pat, hi Lise. So let's just put a bit of glue. So I did this one just 1/8 of an inch as opposed to 1/4 of an inch. Now you can decide what of these layers you want to put on. Do you want to put the gold, or you could just not have any of the ones that you cut it out of? Or do you want to have this one? Or do you not want to have either of those? So let's layer it up and see what we think. I think it definitely needs something behind there. So then we have our gold. So that's going to get glued onto there. So let's go ahead and do that. These cards are so quick to put together. Sometimes when it's on a back like that, I flip it over to do my gluing. That looks good. I noticed on this one I put it on a little bit crooked. Now, I was just thinking, where's the next layer down? But you'll see that it's not a full sheet, it's just this piece. So let's go ahead and put that on. So I'm putting the glue towards the inside, but I don't want it to leak onto the foil. That should be good. All right, good thing we're covering this up. Actually, you know what? I think I should have put it towards the outside. Let's try that again. Here we go. So you just want to make sure when you're laying these out that it's kind of equidistant around all the corners. So we have that one, we have that one. Now this one's going to go on top. So a little bit of glue. I don't know if there's really an up or a down to this paper. All right, so let's take this and see what we want to put underneath of it. I think not gold, because then it would be gold on gold. So let's try this one. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let's put a little bit of glue around the edge of this one. You could just leave it and not put this layer, and maybe we'll do that for the next card. All right, there we go. So I'm making sure it's straight and barely centered. You could pop up one of these layers, but it's already pretty thick. So I think I'm just going to put it flat. This paper is amazing. And then I did cut some of the berries out of the new velvet paper, and it doesn't say what red it is, it just says red, white, and green. But it's really pretty. And then I have some gold sprigs, and you can see where I had my sticky note. So for this one, I'm going to use a sentiment from here. And I don't want to cover up too much of this, so I think I'm going to use yeah, maybe that one. Happy Christmas. Joy would be nice too. These also have adhesive on the back if you're not wanting to put dimensionals on. I think I might put dimensionals. We'll see in a second what it's looking like. Okay, so we have one gold sprig 2 gold sprigs and one of the little cherry cobblers. I think that's nice. I'm just going to go put a little bit of glue on the back. We don't want it leaking through because white glue on gold foil kind of makes a bit of a mess. So let's just remembering where I want my sentiment. All right, put a little bit of this. I could shorten this one too, but I'll just leave it for now. Sometimes I don't like when they're exactly the same height, but it's fine. And our little gold, or little red, I mean. All right, now let's just try sticking this on. There we go. And I do want it to go a little bit over to the right. Okay, so there's the first one using the Traditions of Christmas paper. And we did add this layer at the back. Very pretty. Put it here with our autumn one. So this one is similar. I'm not going to put this one together. I'm just going to show you the different pieces. So you can see here how it's just one piece of 4 by, oh, I may as well put it together while I'm standing here. Well, I'm actually sitting. One piece of 4 by 5 1/4 DSP. So although it looks like it takes a lot, you're just really cutting that one piece into a bunch of different die cuts. Okay, so let's fold this in half. So now we've got cherry cobbler on the bottom. And I didn't put another, color. Here I put another layer of cardstock. You can decide how many layers you want to put. So this is Secret Sea. It's a beautiful blue. It's an interesting collection of colors in this paper. And there's a pink in there, and as I said, old olive, and you can see here Secret Sea, real red, cherry cobbler. So there's that layer. So really all I'm doing is layering up. You can see how quick these are to put together, and they die cut very quickly. So, and I did strategically pick a piece that had these beautiful white flowers kind of in the center of this piece. So it's easy to do that. You just look at your paper and decide what's going to look pretty. And this one, although it's got poinsettia on it, you could also use it for an all occasions card, I think. Or someone that has a birthday around Christmas. Although I know my sister has a birthday around Christmas and she doesn't want to see any Christmas cards for her birthday, which I get. I have a summer birthday, so it's awesome. I'm just going to put 2 little sprigs on this one, a little gold, and Pool Party is the coordinating color. And I'm going to pop this one up. So if you don't want to peel it off, you can just put dimensionals right on the back. All right, there we go. Oops, I want it a little lower. Okay, so there's the second one. Again, Traditions of Christmas paper. So pretty. And this card design just really showcases the paper. So then I was working with this paper, which is the Peaceful Garden, and I thought I'll do one that's not Christmassy. So this one was blues, and I will tell you, at first I picked Pool Party to coordinate, but then I thought, I don't know, it's the wrong shade of blue. So then I switched to Misty Moonlight. So this one, and this is the two-toned paper, so I don't, seeing as this one is the two-tone paper as well, so I'm going to use the lighter side. So this one I'm going to make into a, well, it's the sentiment I picked was Best Wishes. So it's not a Christmas card, although I just did a class with this paper and we made Christmas cards. This paper is awesome as well. You can use it for a variety of things. I like that because you're not sure how many cards you're going to make maybe, so once you've finished making your Christmas cards, you still have this beautiful paper. I thought I did that wrong. You still have this beautiful paper that you can use for everyday greeting cards. I like Best Wishes because it can be anything. Birthday, graduation, all kinds of things. And then on this one, I'm using the glimmer paper that coordinates with the Peaceful Gardens. And I got a bit of glue there, but it's going to be covered up momentarily. So you just keep layering it up. All these pieces were cut. You can cut them at the same time. I just take the dies, put a little sticky note, run it through, and you get everything at the same time. So this is the glimmer paper. It comes in 3 different colors actually. These are 2 of them. So, and again, when I'm using fancy paper like that, I always make sure I cut something else out of it. There we go. And then the last one, see, I was thinking maybe I won't use that, but no, that doesn't match at all. It does match other pieces of the paper, but the blue paper is really pretty. All right, here we go. Now we have Best Wishes. These ones do not have adhesive on the back. So I want it kind of to the side, so let me just pick a couple of these. You can just see how when you lay it out, when you put the silvery one at the bottom, you kind of lose it a little bit, but when you put the blue one at the bottom, it shows up better. And then the silvery one shows up on top of it, on top of the blue one. So let's do it that way. And I always like to go over the edge a little bit. There's that one. Now, you can see this one's shorter. So when you have pieces, scrap little pieces, don't be afraid to put your die, a branch die like this, or a sprig, hanging out over the edge. It just gives you a shorter one, and that's perfectly fine, because I'm going to use that right here. And then we'll do that last little sprig. Sometimes I look and see what they have in the paper. So you'll see it has the little ones with the balls, and it has these little leaf ones. So that's sometimes how I decide which ones I'm going to use. And I'm going to put this one on top of the glitter one so it shows up. Sometimes I like putting one out, coming out the bottom of the sentiment as well, but the sentiment's not that huge, so I don't think I'm going to do that this time. Now sometimes glue takes a minute to stick to glitter paper, but I think that's pretty good. All right, now we have our Best Wishes, which we're going to pop up with dimensionals. And we've made 3 cards very quickly, although I know I did previously do the die cutting. There we go. All right, let's line them up and you can tell me which one is your favorite. Oh, I did have another one of those. So you could put one like that as well. That actually kind of looks cute, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Those are the extras. I don't want to lose my dies. Oops. Okay, let's line them up. So we have Peaceful Garden. We have Traditions of Christmas. Just Just making sure that you can see them all. I don't know, my live video seems to be quite a bit slower than what I'm doing. That should be good. So, Peaceful Garden, Traditions of Christmas, Gathering Together. Which one is your favorite? Put it in the comments. I will have pictures of these on my blog. There's not a lot of measurements for this card because if you do your 4 by 5 1/4 piece of DSP or piece of gold or however you want to anchor the bottom, then it's just a matter of layering up with the different dies. So not gathering together, branching out dies are the dies that you thought you didn't need. Hopefully I've changed your mind because they are very versatile. It's also got a really nice pine cone and an evergreen branch, which I haven't even used yet. So, but I will when I do more Christmas cards. All right. So let me know which one is your favorite in the comments. And Leslie likes number 2. That is, Leslie, my favorite page out of that pack of paper, Traditions of Christmas. Like I said, this one's very big, so it's sometimes hard to use ones that have such a big, bold print on it, but I think it works for this because you're really showcasing this. And you could have also, instead of the designer series paper here, you could have used cardstock, maybe the cherry cobbler if you think it looks a little bit too busy. But I was just kind of experimenting and playing around. So, all right. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have time to be in your craft room today. Thanks, everyone.